Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Tetris 99. I'm here with a very timely look, hot off the presses of a game that actually came out probably like 4 or 5 days ago by the time this video comes out. But it's a novel curiosity, isn't it, Tetris 99? Announced in the Nintendo Direct, this is a Switch exclusive, at least as far as I know. It's a free Tetris Battle Royale. It's 99 people per game. I've seen the jokes, okay? 100 tetrominoes fall onto a screen. There's, 100,000 variations on that, but, let me add my own to the mix, I suppose. It's free. It's competitive. It's incredibly frustrating, to be honest. Like, let me tell you, brother, I've played every Battle Royale that's ever existed, more or less. I like them. And I get my butt kicked almost every time, but there is no more frustrating feeling in any Battle Royale than in Tetris 99 being targeted by like 6 people and having all their garbage dumped on you. Anyway, it's free. I'm checking it out. My Tetris skills are not particularly good, but I probably played like, there you go, an hour and 15 minutes of it. And as you can see, I played 24 games. I placed 8th once. I've knocked out 4 people one time and 9 people total, which is not a very good sign. I also have no idea what a T-spin is, but apparently I've done a few. Look at most simultaneous targets from other players, 21. That means in a game where there's 99 people, there has been a time, 98 other people I should say, there's been a time where about 1 in 4 of the participants in the game were targeting me. Now, I'm not saying that that's particularly rare, I don't know, maybe that's a low stat. But imagine starting a PUBG game and a quarter of the server is shooting you, and the shots auto-hit as long as they shoot. Anyway, I've gone on too long here. How do I feel about Tetris 99? If you like Tetris, it's a novel idea for sure. It's fun, it's addictive, and the matches are extremely fast. So it has that definitely like one more game style of gameplay. So I actually do recommend it, even though I find it kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. And moreover, it kind of like it vindicates me to some extent, because I've been having this galaxy brain opinion for like a year now that people rail against battle royales, when really what I see battle royales as is not a genre but a mode. It's a different style of gameplay. Instead of like head-to-head 1 versus 1 style gameplay, you get this only one person can win style of gameplay that's a little bit more just different. I wouldn't necessarily say better, but I will say I hate this. Well, I'll say a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to say is that I think that playing Tetris while also talking is probably not like the most likely scenario to result in good Tetris gameplay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically just storing my good blocks until I have the opportunity to do something like that. And I don't know how valuable that is, but is what I'm going to be doing for the time being. Moreover, I attack randoms, and you use the right stick to determine this. You can attack people most likely to be knocked out. You can attack people with badges, which is essentially people, oh, what have I done? That have already knocked other people out. Or you can choose to attack people who are attacking you, which really just seems like the best way to handle it. So as soon as somebody starts focusing me, that's where you start, hitting them back a little bit. At least that's my... Oh, what have I done? I've screwed it up drastically. Please give me a long piece. Like 99% of my Tetris gameplay is just waiting for a long piece to show up. Please don't take that out of context. My parents might be watching this episode. They're huge Tetris fans. For real, some of my earliest memories. My parents are wonderful people, and I was raised well. But I do have memories of being, like 5 years old, and then how you like your parents would come out and see you playing a video game and be like, "What are you doing? Go to bed." I would be like that with my parents. They'd be playing Tetris 2 on the Super Nintendo at like, it felt like to me it was probably 1 a.m. when in reality it was probably like 10 p.m. and I was like, "What are you doing? Go to bed." They're like, okay, after this game. No, not after this game. Right now. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. And you can see, like, my Tetris gameplay is not that good. But I do also want to say there's something sad about this, which is that despite my Tetris gameplay being pretty garbage, I'm also, like, this is without a doubt my best Battle Royale in terms of consistent performance. And I mean that sincerely. Like, I routinely, oh, I hate this, rank in the top half. And for me to rank in the top half of a Battle Royale without being carried by somebody who's actually good at the game is very, very rare for me. So, if anything, it just goes to show you, like, how bad I am at other Battle Royales. I've created a monstrous situation here. Yeah, this, again, I don't think I hit that, just to be honest with you. I don't think that, I heard both Austin and Corey were talking about, like, oh, yeah, I'm dead. I got targeted, which is fair in that situation, just to be fair. Still came 34th. They think the controls are bad, and I understand depending on the way that you learn Tetris and, like, what platform you played on and the muscle memory, you might find it a little bad, because the left stick, I should say, does not change the placement. You have to use the D-pad to change the placement. The left stick chooses who you're targeting. You need to have, like, an overclocked cerebral cortex. The thing you see in the background here, like the grids on the left and right of the game board, those are your opponents. So if you have 20/20 vision, like a freaking bald eagle, you could look at being targeted by so many people. That's too many people. You get out of here. This is like 8 people targeting me due to so I can't stress enough. There's no frustration. Like, I don't blame the other players in this case. All of them, I'm assuming, are just using random targeting. I'm gonna actually do that. I screwed this up again. A little touchy. I heard Austin and Corey talking about the controls, like I said. Where was I going with this? Oh, I actually don't think the controls are bad. I do think they probably take some getting used to, depending on the platform that you previously played Tetris on. Man, it's such a waste of a good piece there. Let's get down to 0. Yo, we KO'd somebody. What have I done? I'm so sorry. My sweetest friend. You could hear it in the background when they go, I mean, what you see is what you get to some extent. But again, it is I truly believe what I was saying earlier, that I wouldn't necessarily say Battle Royales get a bad rap, but I do think they get crapped on a lot. And I really think that at the end of the day, I understand why. There's a huge saturation of them right now, and there's no doubt about it. However, I really see Battle Royales as, like, just a different style of gameplay. You know, I don't see it as, like, you know, something has to be Team Deathmatch or Battle Royale. And I understand, I mean, like, I think it's just too easy, without being super, you know, oh, I'm so enlightened, but I think it's just too easy to make the joke that, like, oh, what's next, a blank Battle Royale? Without being too up my own butt, I actually think that, you know, the fact that, you know what? I hate it, but toss me one of these. We got another KO! The fact that, you know, more genres maybe are looking into the idea of maybe our game could take some things from the Battle Royale formula, and it would be interesting to take a look at them. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you disagree, though. But I think a lot of, if you end up being, and I understand, again, but if you're one of those people who's like, I hate all Battle Royales, I think you're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater to some extent. You know, some of these Battle Royales are very different from one another, and also just, like, interesting. I mean, this is just a cool mode of Tetris. Now, I've never played Tetris Effect. I hear it's essentially a spiritual experience. And I'm saying that without too many hints of irony. Okay, you know what? You attack me, brother. I'm attacking you back. You attack me, I'm attacking you back. Kate taught me her Tetris skills, by the way. She's much better than I am. You're gonna laugh, but a lot of her Tetris methodology comes down to the concept of something called a garbage hole, which is like when you're given garbage, which is what is the term for the stuff at the other side of the screen there, on the left side of the screen. So I gotta overclock my brain to have any chance of greatness here. What you want to do is keep that open so that when you actually clear the garbage off, you can just do something like this, and then, you know, send back all of the garbage that was sent to you. Now all we need is one long piece, which apparently is not going to show up, and this is going to cause us just a world of hurt, brother. Yeah, we're super screwed, but you know what? That was an okay performance. Let me shake up and hydrate here before we get into our next match. So I'll tell you, I don't think I'm ever going to win a game of Tetris 99, and I'm okay with that. I think at the end of the day, you know, in other Battle Royales, in Apex Legends, you know, in PUBG and Fortnite, I really feel like if you play your cards right, there's a chance that you could beat the superior player on any given day. In Tetris, I do not believe that there's that opportunity. So I don't see this as a game that for me, you know, I play and I'm like, oh, it's all about the thrill of the kill, my man. For me, it's much more about just like, hey, this is a more engaging way to play Tetris, for me personally. Right now, at least. It's gotten me interested again in the Tetris formula by putting a fresh spin on it, as opposed to, I mean, I don't want to say this is where I was at earlier, because I've always had at least some respect for the game of Tetris, but, you know, playing Tetris against myself, or in a 1v1 that seems, for whatever reason, I don't know, I feel like implicitly it's just like a little sweatier. It just doesn't interest me as much, I guess, and maybe that's where people get annoyed with Battle Royales in general, you know? Is they're like, you know, all the good games that I enjoyed are now, you know, I enjoyed them on their own merits, but now people will only interface with them if there's a Battle Royale component. So I guess I understand some of the cynicism there, without a doubt. I also have to say, I don't think I'm that bad at Tetris. I know I'm not good, but I do feel like, you know, for the most part... Oh, dude, I did not change this situation at all. You know what? Let's just clear this line, then. I don't think I'm horrible at Tetris, and I really probably would not have thought that until I started playing this and realized, man, a lot of people out there are extremely terrible at Tetris. I don't even mean that in a negative way. I was just like, man, I've been underestimating my own skills to a certain extent, at least. It's nice to have a Battle Royale where I can fairly consistently come in the top half of players. Please don't take that out of context. And there's just, at the end of the day, it's really kind of like a testament, in my opinion, to the quality of the game design of Tetris in the first place. Like, it's just such a well-designed, evergreen game that it just keeps coming back, you know, despite the fact that everybody has played it in some context or another, probably, like, you know, for dozens of hours, if not more. Some people become obsessed with it, and I mean that in a good way in this case, not in a troubling way. You know, it really is a testament to the quality of the game design. Personally speaking, at least. You know what? We got another long piece coming down. So let me hit you up with one of these. I think we're doing pretty well. I'm actually surprised that we haven't killed anybody, because I think we're playing pretty well. But I will say, you know, I don't think that Tetris actually lends itself that well to the Battle Royale formula. Like, I want to put it all in context that this is a free game. Oh my god, the one side of my screen is just totally screwed. And that was definitely the wrong placement for that. Please give me a long piece. Again, context. There's no long piece coming. Hold on. I had a good point, and now it has become lost as I wait for this long piece to arrive. Ah! Okay, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in some circumstances, you know? Once you get targeted, clear some lines, I guess. No! You know what? Just kill me so I can finish my point. We're gonna play another couple of games anyway, because it's addictive. The targeting is clumsy, for sure. The fact that, you know, I mean, it's not like it's really just a bedlam, you know, of, you know, you start with random targeting for the most part. Maybe you target badges. I've heard that there's some light strategy. Badges give you a multiplier on the garbage that you send to enemies, but at the end of the day, you're not like, it's not the same loop as a normal battle royale where you, you know, walk through the woods for an hour, pick up garbage, and then get shot in the head. But you don't really get to pick your engagements, is kind of what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I think maybe I'm missing it, but most of the strategy essentially just comes from, you know, are you good at Tetris? Which in a way, and I'm essentially plagiarizing a tweet from a game developer named Kyle Pulver. But, you know, I thought he raised a good point, even if I don't agree with the sentiment. He said, like, Tetris Battle Royale is the first Battle Royale game where you actually get to play a game the whole time instead of just wandering through the wilderness picking up garbage. So I'll give credit where credit is due. I think that's a smart tweet, because you do actually, you spend the whole time playing the game instead of worried about loot efficiency, which I think is very sensible. And for a lot of people, I think that's going to be, I don't want to say the draw, but it'll be like a draw of playing Tetris 99. Apart from that, at the end of the day, like, it's just Tetris. It's Tetris, and when you get targeted by, you know, dozens of people simultaneously, you want to die. That's basically how it goes down. Dude, you know what? I'm not building anything spectacular here, I'll tell you that much. We gotta work on our placement, something like this. But then where do you put this son of a gun? Like right there, and then where do you put this son of a gun? You probably swap it out for something like this. Now I'm getting attacked, so I'm switching my targeting to attackers. Look at this, we got the garbage hole open. Believe you me, I recognize that calling something the garbage hole is kind of, I mean, I thought they closed that place down years ago. You know what I mean? See, that is a situation where the pad's a little touchy. The other thing, like, I'm hesitant to come at this from the perspective of, like, you know, I'm a reviewer. I'm reviewing a free video game. Not that that's, you know, unfair. But at the end of the... What have I done, dude? At the end of the day, if I have a complaint about the game, is that for a Switch game, it's kind of hard to play it on the Joy-Con specifically. My hands get tired really quickly. You're doing motions, you know, that I find a little unergonomic personally. And you'll get there too, I promise you. If you're laughing at that and it hurts your hands, try being a speedrunner. Look. I was hip and I was with it. Then they changed what it was. And what it became was scary and unfamiliar to me. That was a terrible game. I didn't play my algorithm there. If there's one other criticism I have about it, with the caveat that it's a free game, and if you have a Switch, I think you should play it if you have any interest in Tetris at all, because it's just fun at the end of the day, and you can't beat the price. The other caveat is that literally, if you go up against somebody who's better than you at Tetris, goodbye. Like, enjoy just getting absolutely demolished. Secondarily, you know, if you're amazing at Tetris, I hate to ruin the community like this, but you should really download this game, because you're going to crush. It's going to be... I can't even imagine how much dopamine will course through your brain as you stand over the corpses of your defeated Tetramino enemies. Like, you're going to... I can't even imagine what that would feel like to be so dominant. To be fair, that's true in other battle royales. You know, if you end up going up against Shroud in PUBG or Apex Legends, or really, for me, any video game, or any shooter at the bare minimum, he's gonna beat you, you know? But there's at least that little nugget in your head that's like, if I just, you know, if I land a good shot, I could get him. In Tetris, I really feel like there's just no chance. Like, at the end of the day, it's, have you practiced enough to realistically stand a chance to do okay in Tetris? Like, are you a Tetris... You don't have to be a Tetris god to have fun with the game, but, like, you know what I mean, I think. I think I'm doing an okay job of illustrating my point. You may disagree. Please don't target me right now. That would be harassment. we need to store some pieces, dude. We're getting way too ahead of ourselves here. Like, this piece is useless. Don't give me that. Toss me this one. I will also say it's done a good job. Again, you know, to some extent, there's like a user error between keyboard and chair. But, you know, that should go there. The controls are oftentimes just a little touchy as well. No. Okay, that's fine. I can live with it. Like, the number of times I mean to hit up, but accidentally hit, or I mean to hit, like, left or right and accidentally hit up and push a piece to the bottom. Again, yes, operator error. Smooth operator error. Coast to coast, by the way. It's just, it happens enough that I'm like, I don't know, maybe, you know, before I complain about it, I should do the smart thing and look at the control scheme and see if there's actually a way to change that. I'm also going to say one thing to defend myself, and all I'm going to say is, your boy is playing Tetris while simultaneously talking about playing Tetris, and, you know, my performance has been, if anything, actually better while talking. So it kind of like is a moot point to begin with. Yo, toss it down there, dude. Don't lose your... Hey! Attackers. All right, here we go, brother. We got an... Boys 316? Save that. We're in combat now, Dad. So I understand all the jokes, by the way. You know, oh, Tetris... See, this is what I mean when you go up against somebody who's just better than you. Enjoy your life. Oh, I wonder when Team Solo Mid's gonna make their Tetris team. If you remove all the jokes, 100 blocks drop onto an island, etc., etc., I think at the end of the day, what you have is a good variant on Tetris that's friggin' free, dude. And it's on my favorite console to play games on, at least, because I can play it in bed and be like, one more game, and then come 70th and be like, no thank you, one more real game. And then come 8th and be like, where did you learn to play like this? Definitely, I don't see this as the kind of thing where you would be like, well, I don't know. I was gonna say where, excuse me, I have 12 people targeting me. It's like they know I'm recording a video right now. Well, I hate that piece right there. Here's, you ever see this one? This is back in 1995. You get that one done on the original Game Boy. Everybody goes, oh, oh, this guy, he knows what he's doing. Nowadays, people are like, you didn't execute the T-spin properly, Dad. You know what? I think we should actually toss... No, we're in trouble. Here we go. Look at this. We got 6 attackers. You come after me. You come after the champ. This is what happens to you, okay? You start sending me your garbage. Oh, I can make garbage like nobody's business. I've been on YouTube since freaking 2000. Wasn't even around until 2004, but, you know, you get the general. Hey, by the way, you gotta go a little bit faster. Get out of here. I'm gonna send you to the garbage hole, buddy. Look at this. We're back. Give me this one. I'm ready. Oh, the garbage hole is cleared up. Look at this. Now we got one of those. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. You come at me in my video. You expect me to not send the garbage back to you? What are you thinking? It will not happen. The garbage hole is completely open. Boom. No garbage. All the garbage you sent to me has now been sent back to you, and I have 2 KOs. That's why you don't step to me unless you're ready to lose. Okay? It's as simple as that. You see me in Tetris 99? You see somebody clearing blocks at this speed? You get the heck out of the way. No! Mom, I didn't mean to hit that button. I meant to do something different. Oh, this is a... Oh, jeez, what have I done? I don't know, dude. It all went wrong pretty quickly, let's put it that way. But that was a pretty impressive... You know what? Just kill me. Let's go again. You know, we still got 2 kills there. We even got a 25% extra garbage rate. Basically, I got 2 straight pieces and then I sent them straight down like a fool. Because the controls are a little touchy. I'm starting to empathize with Corey and Austin a little, to be honest. You know, I understand it's like Steve Wiebe being like, oh, the controls are too touchy in Donkey Kong, you know? You guys probably want them to be touchy so that you can execute 800 moves a second and actually become like a real Tetris professional. But, alright, this is for real, the last one. Here's the thing. You don't seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. I'm getting targeted by 5 people. Guess what, you jokers? Enjoy this. Okay, I've already forgotten my basic principles, which is, you know, we should try to keep a spot on the edge open in order to drop a piece. At least this is what I've been told by Tetris aficionados, aka my lovely wife. See, look at this. You're sending me some garbage. You don't even know. Check it out. I send him some garbage. I'm doing really well. Guess what? There you go. Whatever you send to me, there you go. Gets sent back to you. Whatever you send to me, there you go. Gets sent back to you. This is the evil that you're creating in your own life for reasons that I can't even understand. Why you would invite this into your own personal, you know, purview. I thought we were all friends here. We were all having a good time. Apparently that's not the case. Really could use this. Thank you. Really appreciate that one. These are the worst, dude. Yo, we got problems. A mature man, you know, you need to be able to say when things are going wrong. And this one's going a little wrong. Ain't no doubt about that. See, we could really use a blue boy. Okay, you know what? One more real one. One more real one. All I'm going to say, and again, I've reiterated this at many points over the course of this episode, but at the end of the day, there is no more frustrating feeling in battle royales on the planet, as far as I'm concerned, than basically just having 9 people or one Tetris pro who plays better than 9 people combined dumping on you. It feels horrible, dude. Because you're just like, what can I do? What can I... Oh, just be better. Just have your brain work faster. You know, it's not that hard. This seems a little aggressive, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, keep in mind, every single one of those lines is somebody that's targeting me right now. So I do feel under attack. You know, there's 99 people in the game. You would expect that I would target one person and have one person targeting me. Apparently that's not the case. They saw my previous gameplay and they decided, you know, threats need to be neutralized quickly. And, you know, if anything, I guess I'm flattered that I appear to be the biggest threat. No, we want this one. Just toss it like here. That'll work for now. Because we're, you know, it's hard to get out of that instant gratification mindset. That's like, I want to build a block, or I want to build a line immediately. You know, you want to be sending people some truly incomprehensible garbage, and in order to do that, yeah, it's not maybe the best, but in order to do that, you gotta plan for the future. You know what I mean? You gotta ignore the instant gratification in some situations and instead go for the gold. But you know, I think at the end of the day, the real problem with my Tetris strategy is that it relies pretty much exclusively, you know what, on getting straight pieces. At the end of the day, and maybe this is true of all Tetris strategy and I'm just not privy to it, but at the end of the day, my whole life in this game basically boils down to the speed at which I can get blue pieces. If blue pieces spawn rarely, my life is over. We got a lot of garbage to clear here. We got a little garbage to clear here. You know what? That's a perfect situation to put that one in there. Garbage hole, not quite open yet. What'd you call me? Garbage hole is open. Clear this garbage. We got problems. Somebody's sending us some real trash here. Again, I'm sorry. I guess like I have a professional that wants to play against me right now. So, I mean, at some point, you really just are like, I lose. Sorry to inform you that the greatest Tetris player of all time, has decided that he does not like you, and your run is over. Don't fill the garbage hole. This is the moneymaker. Daddy's back. Look at that. You thought you had me. Here's the thing, buddy. You never even had your car. Look at this. Garbage cleared. We got another garbage hole open. Don't you dare send me. I see you. I see you targeting me. Unfortunately, I don't possess the mental throughput to be able to, you know, deal with the stuff that you're sending me and then target you back. At the end of the day, you're safe because I'm not changing my targets. Okay, you know what? Attackers. Attackers it is. Why don't I attack badges? Because when I attack badges, I get attacked by people with badges, and it's frightening because they're better than me because they've knocked people out consistently. Okay, we gotta handle this garbage hole. What can you do? Hey, go back on randoms. I'm sorry. I should never have invited. No, no, you cowards. Anyway, at the end of the day, the skill gap in Tetris 99 is very apparent, but that doesn't make it any less fun if you got a little bit of a fondness for Tetris regardless. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Tetris 99 is free on Switch. It's a nice little diversion and a little vindicating for me as somebody who thinks that, you know, 100-person gameplay is interesting and not immediately something that should be written off just because of the fact that it's popular and a few different shooter franchises have decided to implement it over the course of the past 2 years. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!